Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single barrel only liquor store. This store is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot. Get signed up for their email distribution list to find out when the store will be opening, what their hours will be, and most importantly, what they will have in inventory at abvbarrelshop.com. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebartogo.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we complete a bracket challenge to determine the single barrel we really want. My name is Miss Beka Sue. Please join me welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Ryan Thompson, Heidi Fosnot, and Nate Weinegar.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Your name like that, Nate.
What's up, guys?
Well,
You got my name right so well on that first episode.
I know.
This one,
I said it like this.
Sound out like, hey, mate, Weinegar. So,
Nate Weinegar.
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 All good.
yeah. We've got a fun show today. We're going to be talking about the single barrel we really want. These are things that either have never been offered before, or have been offered on a very limited basis. There's several examples of small offerings of some of these, but and then some have never even been up for consideration. And I'd love to, be involved in all of these. So it'll be fun to see which one we pick out as the ultimate one. But we'll get to that after the break. For right now, Heidi said there's something she wants to talk about. What is that, Heidi?
So I had a notification come across my phone today, and I guess this is what people that are just sitting around on social media are really talking about, but kind of piqued my interest because I do like this song. So there's a big, huge debate going on. What is better, the Disturbed version or the Simon and Garfunkel version of The Sound of Silence?
Hands down, Disturbed.
That's not even a contest.
Hands down in my book.
Disturbed 100%. I don't think I've ever cried to any song except for that one, maybe. I teared up. I won't admit that on that. That song was powerful. That's all I got.
It sure is.
Steve, do you know what we're talking about?
I know Simon and Garfunkel's version, which is pretty bad. So I'll say Disturbed based on that. I'm not.
Are you familiar with the band Disturbed, Steve?
No, I don't know. I don't know who they are.
They are a hard rock, heavy metal, amazing band. Put on some amazing shows.
Yes.
And then they did The Sound of Silence. I echo Nate's words. It's a tearjerker. It's a good one.
I think, Steve, if you go to YouTube and look at, is it Conan? Was it Conan O'Brien? Did they do it live on his show? They did a live version. They did a live version, I believe, on Conan. I think it has over 200 million views.
Wow.
Yeah.
That tells you what it is unbelievable. The guy's vocal range. It just is. Totally is. Disturbed, and then you see that, you're just like, wow. Like, it was impressive.
David Drummond, is that his name, I think?
Yeah.
Drummond? Mr. Drummond. Yeah. I remember Mr. Drummond.
Becca, you have a look on your face.
No, I was listening to the background noise in my house. We have people over, so I was
wishing you were there.
Well, do you have an opinion on the topic of?
I completely agree. Disturbed is going to be like, that's way fucking better. Like, there's no fucking contest.
Yeah.
Like that's what? No. Like, Simon and Garfunkel, fantastic, great, sure, whatever. But like, you cannot beat the other Sound of Silence. So, like, it is way better. Yeah. You have to go that way.
I got a bad experience with the Sounds of Silence. So I used to do a trivia night for like 10 years. And we always had a music category, and we'd always say, okay, here comes song number one. And there's always this little bit of a delay. And there was one guy, 10 years running. As soon as you hit, okay, here comes number one. And then there's a little bit of delay. And he's like, it's the Sounds of Silence. Joke funny, year 1, year 10, not
Not
funny.
so much.
You're just beaten down at that point. You know he's going to say it. You know what's coming, and there it is. And this is his material. And I just have visions of this guy being like, "Get ready for this. Wait till you hear this. This is going to be good." And yeah. So there you go.
Yeah, I when I read that, when it came across my newsfeed, I was like, "What?" And so I actually had to go back because I couldn't remember what it sounded like when Simon and Garfunkel sang it, because when Disturbed does it, it's so passionate and full of like emotion. And I was like, oh, I got to go back and listen to it. So I went back and listened to it, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's okay. But what Disturbed put into that song, I was like, wow. So hands down to me, it's Disturbed.
If you want a Simon and Garfunkel song, it's Cecilia. That's the song there. Now that's a great song. Talking about a guy struggling with his girl that won't be faithful. I like that song. So yes. And I think the root cause of that is he pronounces her names 2 different ways. In some of the verses they say Celia, you're breaking my heart, and then other times they say Cecilia. So maybe if he called her by her name, whatever it is, Celia or Cecilia.
Which one?
We have no idea what you're talking about, Steve. I don't.
Well, that's on you. That's embarrassing for you. So I apologize for embarrassing yourself. It's worth it. You should be like, I gotta fact check that, and then you listen to it and be like, I'll be damned, that old guy's right. He knows what he's talking about. True. All right, guess what? It is time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Beka this time. Beka, what do you got there?
I have got some Leopold Brothers, the 3-chamber rye whiskey that was delivered to us from Stefan Ackley.
Who scored that for you? Wow, yeah. Well, that's a nice
I
spread.
would imagine it was you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I did that. Well,
I don't even know if it looks like maybe Royce had like a little bit of a.
I'm sure he had to taste it, right?
Is that their 100%, or is that the collaboration they did?
No, that's
It's
it's
100%.
theirs.
This is all them. 2021 release.
It's the holiday that released the batch 2 that they released around the holidays last year. So
Yeah,
Fantastic.
see what it does.
that's good. It's good. Gonna be very tough to beat.
I think it's your microphone.
I'll go next because I don't think I'm going to beat
Get
it
a
at all.
fucking microphone then, Ryan.
I shopped for them the other day. I didn't pull the trigger yet.
I got a single barrel from Still 630 here in St. Louis. Let's see.
There you go.
That was decent. That
was
could have been
pretty
in play. Last time we would have been talking about maybe was I, but that's not going to be good enough this time.
That was a lot.
I like the tone. I like the tone.
Yeah, the tone was good. It was good. Yeah. All right. Ryan, you're next.
I think I'm gonna a little special 4-grain bourbon from Law's Whiskey there in Nate's backyard of Denver. This one has a nice little love letter to myself that the guys from there just sent up the hill for me. So
wow,
really nice of them to do that. And
no.
I mean, that's good for me.
Yeah,
It's
I think
not
you had a little
overall,
mic muffle there. I think
Maybe if you had a fucking mic, Ryan.
I feel like it was that was a mic problem. I feel.
I don't think a mic would have helped that one.
Yeah.
$5 at Five Below.
Got it.
Below. Plug for Five Below right there. All right, Nate, how about you?
All right, I am going with the Castle and Key small batch bourbon, batch 1, because we're going to be picking a barrel there this Friday. So
Okay.
You're going to Castle and Key?
Oh, I heard Castle and Key. Unless the voice came out of there,
No, I still think Becca's got it.
I still think Becca's got it. Even with the talk over.
Yep. My bad, Nate. My bad.
That seemed like sabotage.
it's okay, Ryan. I don't win this ever. So keep it consistent.
All right, Heidi, you're between Beka and victory. What do you have?
So I've got me a new bottle of Yellowstone.
Oh yes, here we go. On to the new bottles. The
Brand new.
yeah. Okay.
Oh,
That was good. Not good enough though. No. Becca's was
think?
louder and cleaner. So yeah,
Yep.
perfect.
It was.
fair enough.
Yep.
Fair
Cheers, gang.
There's everybody.
Can you wait till
Yeah. Keep that microphone around.
All right, we'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking about the single barrels that we really want. We'll be doing a bracket challenge to find out which is the best. We'll do that in just a few. Let's talk about the people who make these shows happen. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot in the greater St. Louis area. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only focuses on single barrels. We aren't open just yet, but our plan is to have the most diverse single barrel offerings from our many friends in the world of bourbon. By signing up for a weekly email, you will know our entire inventory we have on hand. In addition to single barrels, we'll have a tasting bar and a gift shop featuring logo merchandise for both the shop and the ABV network, as well as a full curriculum of bourbon education classes. Additionally, we'll use the gift shop to feature products from our partners in the world of bourbon, companies like Art Eatable Chocolates and Old Man Bay Signs. Head over to ABV Barrel Shop to sign up for our email and text distribution list so you can stay in the know. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about Neely Family Distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent visits to Kentucky. Today, he's leading the way for young distillers making their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery combines family history, a look at what makes their products unique, and of course, a tasting through their whiskeys, moonshines, and creams. Check them out at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com and visit them in Sparta, Kentucky.
Hi, this is Rick Brenner, and you are listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Shouldn't it be the legend?
Maybe.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about the single barrels that we really want.
Yes, we are. So these range from happen very infrequently. You probably have to know someone to they don't even happen at all. So the first one's Mellow Corn, and I didn't know that they'd ever done one of these, but our buddy Brad Mitchell, who comes on a lot of our virtual bourbon events, is getting ready to do one of these.
What?
So yeah, how about that? He didn't invite me along, but so yeah, that should be interesting. So Mellow Corn, that's at least one will be done. In some of these things, like we're going to talk about, have happened in charity things. There's one that really stand out here that I don't know if you guys ever know that there's been a single barrel of it done. I didn't mark it in the notes here, but it was a charity thing. So we'll see. Next one, JTS Brown. I don't know how often it happens. I know for sure Silver Dollar did one. I've never heard of anybody else. Maybe there's more out there, but again, if it happens, it doesn't happen very often.
The Silver Dollar, what is that? What are you referencing?
Bourbon bar in Louisville. So yeah.
Okay, got it.
Your town. Yeah.
Because there is a Silver Dollar saloon up in Jackson, Wyoming as well.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that actually.
It's quite famous. Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Old Crow would be the next one. Nobody's done that, and I've even asked Freddie about that. And so as far as I know, no one's ever done a single barrel under Old Crow. George T. Stagg, again, nothing happening there. So, but that would be great.
Mm-hmm.
This next one is the surprise of the evening. I think Birthday Bourbon. We think no one's ever done a single barrel of that, but I do know someone that's done that. Again, it was bought by a company in a charity auction. I'm sure they've spent a lot of money. It was Jeremy Shell's old company that he used to work for and was part owner. And they bought it. They had a single barrel birthday bourbon, single barrel, which, and I think they gave it to their clients and stuff like that. I'm sure Jeremy got his share of it for sure. I didn't get it. There was no trickle down to me or anything like that, but so that's really cool. Michter's Toasted Barrel Bourbon. Again, just an idea. Never heard of anybody doing that. Old Grandad. Again, nobody's ever done that as far as I know. And then finally from Buffalo Trace, Ancient Age. So sound like a pretty good field, guys. Either very rare or hasn't happened. So here's how they're going to play out. So Ancient Age will take on George T. Stagg in the first round. Then we got Mellow Corn taking on Old Crow. Then we've got Michter's Toasted Barrel taking on JTS Brown, and finally Birthday Bourbon versus Old Grandad.
Steve, can I ask for clarification? Is it sure. Ancient Age or Ancient Age?
Just Ancient Age, because we could make it Ancient Age if we wanted.
I think we'll make a call. Yeah, I think let's make it H and H and H.
H and H and H.
The 10 star. Not the old 10 year, but the 10 star. Yeah.
The 10 star. Okay.
Yeah.
Again, that's one that's hard to get anyway. It's available in very limited markets. It's still out there though. They still do make that and release it. And but again, you got to be in the right market. So we're talking Georgia, I know, South Carolina, Florida, and I don't know where else, but
Wyoming. Yeah.
Wyoming gets it. Okay.
They do.
So all right. So based on that change, a barrel of ancient age or George T. Stagg. Round number 1. Ryan, you're going to be first. What would you prefer out of those two, ancient age or George T. Stagg, a single barrel?
I think that double ancient age is going to get my vote. I think that sounds really interesting. I'd love to get my hands on a bottle of that, especially if it's just here in Wyoming, north of us here, a couple hours. So easy enough to get here in my backyard. So I'm going ancient age.
All right, Nate, how about you?
Well, since they don't make George T. Stagg anymore, it's going to be tough to get a single barrel apparently. So I'm going to go with ancient age because it's a nice mash bill too. It's a heck of a pour, and if you can get your hands on it, I recommend it over any of the other mash bill too, Bland's, Elmer T. Lee, or Raquel. So I think it's solid.
Very affordable too. So yeah, this should be a fun barrel pick. All right, Heidi, you're next. Ancient age or George T. Stagg?
So are we talking? This is like our Fairyland world, or
yeah,
okay.
Because there's some of these that have never been offered. They probably, if we call, they're not going to be I would think all of them would be very, very tough. Probably impossible.
Stag's not happening. So, and apparently, I'm never going to get my hands on ancient age. So, between the two in my fantasy world, I'm going to go with George T. Stagg.
Stagg has life down 2-1. Miss Beka Sue, what do you think? Ancient age or George T. Stagg?
So if I go with George T. Stagg, then I know that George T. Stagg will win.
Right.
Because Steve will
Or if you go ancient age, you know they're going to win because you're the third vote. Either way, you probably control this.
I am definitely in the controlling. Come and get it.
I'm locked out.
Oh.
I'm locked out. Her husband's locked out, which he had to lock himself out, right? I mean,
just slide
Go through the cat hole. Go through the cat hole.
We told her to lock out the riffraff. We're doing shows here. Yeah, this is what happens, Royce.
down here entertaining guests, and there I am in the cat hole.
Okay. All right. Okay. And we're keeping this in the show. There's not a chance any of that gets edited out. That stays in there. That's genius right there. Royce locked out of his bedroom.
Did he just take your bottle of Leopold?
Yeah, no refill for her.
I know, no refill for me. Sometimes I just do. I had someone say that I got to keep Steve in line, so I just want to crush. I just want to crush him here. And I'm going to go ancient age.
Ancient age.
Well done, Beka.
I like ancient age. To me, I tell you what, if they released a single barrel of George T. Stagg to us with that shop, Jim and I would sell that barrel and then retire. That'd be it. That'd be fast.
Steve, I am a little worried about you guys opening up that shop because you guys just might drink all the profits and not have sell anything.
That's a problem. Yeah.
Don't get high on your own supplies, Steve.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
No,
they talked about that already. All right, round 2, Nate, you're going to be first on this one. Mellow Corn or Old Crow? A couple of bottom shelf dwellers that are, have their own little popular following now.
Well, since I had my good friend Bernie Lovers this weekend hanging out, I am going to go with Mellow Corn.
What about your good friend Beka here? Huh?
Well, Beka,
I think you know where you stand. I think you just
Beka has a pet she named, so she can. I'm sure she'll go with that one and get it to 1-1.
Okay. Heidi, you're next. Mellow Corn or Old Crow? Which would you like to have as a barrel pick?
This one kept me up at night. I was hoping you wouldn't pair them together, because I'm such a huge fan of Mellow Corn. So I'm going to have to go with Old Crow so Beka doesn't kick my ass. So I'm going
Old Crow. All right, Miss Beka Sue, you're next. Mellow Corn or Old Crow?
I literally have a crow named Dr. James Crow.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So definitely going with Old Crow.
Old Crow. this is a tough one. I do like both of these brands for different reasons. I drink Mellocorn because I like it. I like Old Crow because it's a great brand. It's very historic, very cool, great history. As I'm thinking about these, what would be better? And I think Mellocorn, used barrel, how much difference is there barrel to barrel? Probably not as much swing as there is. If Freddie would take us down and let us go through some of those Old Crows, we could probably find a neat one and really offer a premium version of a very great brand, add some respectability back to it. So that being said, as much as I love Mellocorn and I drink Mellocorn, I don't drink Old Crow. I got to go Old Crow here because I love the brand. I mean, I've collected several pieces and I think it's a better choice here. So Old Crow means Old Crow. Moves
Good pick,
on.
Steve.
Well,
I know
thank
who
you.
my real friends are here.
Nate.
No. Steve's scared of Beka too. It's fine.
Weengar, is that how you say your
Yeah,
last name?
once you learn to say my name right, we'll be friends then.
Weeniegar?
All right. The next one is Michter's Toasted Barrel or JTS Brown. Round number 3. Heidi, you're first this time. Michter's Toasted Barrel or JTS Brown.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Michter's Toasted Barrel.
Toasted Barrel goes up 1-0. Miss Beka Sue, what do you think? Toasted Barrel or JTS Brown?
I'm also going to go with the Michter's Toasted Barrel.
Toasted Barrel. Yeah, this is a tough one. I do like JTS Brown, but gosh, that would be fun to have one of those. It's kind of everybody's sleeper favorite right now, kind of like the Heaven Hill 6-year-old used to be because it was, $13. And now JTS Brown is kind of the standout at that price level. It'd be cool to have a single barrel of it. I think there'd be a lot of interest, but yeah, give me that Michter's Toasted Barrel. That's some really good stuff. It'd be fun going through those barrels and picking a good one. So I got to go Michter's Toasted Barrel means it moves on. All right, next up on our list is Birthday Bourbon versus Old Grandad. Round 4. Miss Beka Sue, you're first.
So it's Old Grandad versus Birthday Bourbon?
Yes.
I'm going to go with Old Grandad because I love Old Grandad. So I'm just going to do that.
Old Grandad. Old Grandad goes up 1-0. Birthday Bourbon or Old Grandad? For many of the reasons why I selected Old Crow, the pick here would probably be Old Grandad. But man, getting a bottle of that Birthday Bourbon would be exciting. I walked into a store just this week in Kentucky. I see a bottle of Birthday Bourbon behind the counter. And I know it's not going to end well, but I still have to ask, right? You still got to ask. What? So I said, how much is the bottle of Birthday Bourbon? Yes, sir. It's $1,000.
Reasonable.
I said, do you have any more in the back room? I need 6 of these. I need 6 of these, sir. I didn't happen what I thought it was going to be. This is horribly overpriced and didn't get it. But having a single barrel of it would be fun. I'm going to go Birthday Bourbon because I have tried some of the single barrels. Jackie Zykan has brought those to Whiskey in the Winter in St. Louis. You got to try some of those, Heidi, and it's amazing. It was like when we got to try that, it was like our favorite drink of the year, our favorite pour of the year. Yes. So yeah,
I think we talked about it. Like we still talk about it. What are we talking about? Yeah.
So that ties things up. Ryan, you're next. Birthday Bourbon or Old Grandad?
Well, I agree with you, Steve. It's hard to argue against Old Grandad for all the right reasons.
Right.
But if I had an opportunity to get a Birthday Bourbon bottle, I think that I'd be reaching for that over the Old Grandad. So I gotta vote for the old Birthday Bourbon.
Okay, Birthday Bourbon. That means Birthday Bourbon goes up 2-1. Nate, what do you think? Birthday Bourbon or Old Grandad?
Yeah, this is easy for me. Pretty predictable too, probably. I have had Birthday Bourbon at a cast strength at 140 proof a few times. And I'm going to go Birthday Bourbon.
That means Birthday Bourbon moves on. All right, round number 5, Ancient Age takes on Old Crow. This is an interesting matchup for sure. Ancient Age versus Old Crow. I like both brands. I'd love to have single barrels of each of them. I'd love to have that in my collection. If I got to be involved with one, I'd have to be involved with the Old Crow. That's the one. I feel like it deserves respectability. I feel sad for that brand, and I feel like it would help, and I'd want to be involved in it. So I'm going Old Crow. Ryan, what do you think? Ancient Age or Old Crow?
I'm a little nervous to say my pick on this one because I don't want Beka Sue to kick my ass. But with that said, since we do have a screen in the middle of us, And I chose Ancient Age the first round. I got to stick with Ancient Age for the second round.
All right. That
Go for
means
Ancient Age.
Colleen right now.
Ancient Age has tied it up.
She knew it. She knew she had to do this.
Yep. She's right here. She just heard that. She's like, I'll beat his ass.
Nate, you are next. Ancient Age or Old Crow?
Yeah, I mean, they're both fantastic, right? I mean, they are great brands and great.
You Friday, Nate.
Yeah, I'm not scared, Becca. I'm not scared.
Should be.
Yeah, maybe I'm a little scared now. Okay, I'm a little scared. I would say, if it was the 10-year Ancient Age, the 10-year versus the 10-star.
10-star.
They lowered the age statement. I think it's like 6 year now. I don't know. It's tough. I really like the Ancient Age. I think it's like $20 for a handle. Like, it's just a great value. So, but I will. I'm going to go with Ancient Age because I'm not afraid of Becca, even when I see her on Friday. So, yeah.
I'm hiding behind you, Nate.
Yeah. So here's where we're at. Ancient Age is actually up 2-1 over Old Crow. Miss Beka Sue is waiting, down the line. She'll be the tiebreaker if it goes to that. We don't know if it's going to go to that though, because it goes to Heidi next. You're in the seat that Becca was sitting in before, where you can end this thing right now. You vote Ancient Age, it gets it. You can also end it by voting for Old Crow, because then Old Crow's going to get it. So you really have all the power of this round, actually. So what do you think, Ancient Age or Old Crow?
So I do have to say that never had the Ancient Age, but I have had the regular. So, and I've also had the Old Crow. So I'm gonna go with, personally, which one I like and which one I would like to go do a pick on and do a single barrel. And I know she'd be right by my side if we did this. So I'd go Old Crow.
Old Crow. Imagine if Old Crow wins and Freddie No reaches out and then says, okay, you can bring 5 people. And I call Royce and say, hey, can you do this? Becca would get you. You guys are joking. I should kill you for voting the wrong way. If I did that, and Royce, I think there might be a divorce, and I think she would just kill me. I think she'd have to divorce Royce if he wins.
That's not Royce's fault.
But if he said yes,
your fault, and you would be down a co-host. That's my threat.
Okay.
Shit just got real on the old.
It got real. But
Yeah.
right now we got to get through this. Ancient Age versus Old Crow. Becca, what are your thoughts?
It's gonna be Old Crow for me.
Okay. I thought so, but we had to make it a
Surprise.
surprise. In a twist, Old Crow moves on.
Yeah.
All right, round number 6. Up next is Ryan. You're going to be first here. Michter's Toasted Barrel or Birthday Bourbon. It's amazing how the values ended up sticking out against one another, and then kind of the expensive ones are against one another. So Michter's Toasted Barrel or Birthday Bourbon. What do you think?
This is a tough one for me to choose. I really like both of them. I'm sitting here. I wrote them down. I'm looking at them on the page. I think I'm waiting for one to jump out over the other. And I'm thinking if I was in front of a shelf and saw the 2 balls, I would start going for the birthday, and then at the last second, I'd been up pulling the Michter's off the shelf. So I think I got to go with Michter's.
Michter's. That means Michter's goes up 1-0. Nate, you're next. Michter's or Birthday Bourbon? Michter's Toasted Barrel specific, by the way.
Yeah, Toasted Barrel. It's okay. I like the Toasted Barrel's fine. Now, if you were talking about the 20-year, Michter's 20-year, yeah, that's a no-brainer. I'm going to go Birthday Bourbon on this.
Birthday Bourbon ties it up. Heidi, what do you think? Michter's Toasted Barrel or Birthday Bourbon?
Again, I like the Michter's Toasted Barrel, but I also had the privilege of having the cast strength Birthday Bourbon on the side one time, and it was fantastic. And it's still talked about to this day. So I have to go with Birthday Bourbon.
Birthday Bourbon. That means Birthday Bourbon goes up 2-1. 2-1. Yes, yep. 2-1. Round number 6. Miss Beka Sue, you're next. Michter's Toasted Barrel or Birthday Bourbon?
This is definitely a tough one. But for me, I've always been a big Michter's fan. And so I'm going to go Michter's Toasted Barrel because I just always have loved it. So
Michter's
I'm
Toasted
kicking
Barrel.
off This is for Nate.
Yeah, there you go.
This
Victor's
is to
Toasted
remind you
Barrel
what
has
happened.
tied it up. So Victor's Toasted Barrel versus Birthday Bourbon. I love both of these. And, they're both great. And it's tough. But I think I got to go with the Birthday Bourbon.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. It's not that close. Thank you.
It's close.
All
It's
right.
close. It's
Fair
close.
enough. Fair enough.
Birthday Bourbon moves on. It means Old Crow versus Birthday Bourbon. So now, if you're listening, I don't think you should tune out. I think that, I think on paper, this looks like it's the easiest thing you've ever seen in your life. I don't think it's as easy as you think. So stick around. We'll see what happens. Nate, you're going to be first. Old Crow or Birthday Bourbon? What do you think?
Let me think about this one for about Birthday Bourbon.
Yeah. That was an easy vote. To me, he was the throwaway one in this one. I think we got two throwaways. And then we got Miss Beka Sue on the other end. So, but it's the rest of us. Where do we fall? That'll end up deciding this thing. Heidi, what do you think? Old Crow or Birthday Bourbon?
Sorry, Becca. This is where we depart.
It's all right.
I have to go with the Birthday Bourbon.
Birthday Bourbon. That means Birthday Bourbon is up 2-0. Miss Beka Sue, what do you think?
You already know what I'm going to say.
Old
Birthday
Crow?
Bourbon. I'll say Birthday Bourbon.
I'm going to go Old Crow because
Old Crow.
it's got to get a vote, at least one.
Yeah. For me, this one's not even close. This is actually ends up being an easy one for me. Birthday Bourbon, it would come and go in a second, and you would have people flexing on the internet and all that. And I don't want to see. What I want to do is help the brand, and I think this could turn to something where we get the feedback for that Old Crow, where Beam could be like, we got something here. Let's put some money into this brand. We can still keep the bottom shelf stuff for those that want that, but let's do something special, a yearly release or something like that. I got to say there's more upside potential. What could happen out of that Old Crow pick? And I'm going Old Crow. That means we've tied this thing up. It all comes down to this, Ryan. Everything we've done to this point, it doesn't even matter. It all comes down to you.
Oh, Ryan.
The pressure. The pressure.
Yes.
Goodness.
It's you and not me.
Nate, I got to stand behind you.
Thank you.
You got me.
He didn't stand
Beka
behind you.
Sue
By the way.
comes to beat me.
He didn't stand behind you.
I got.
And he's like a half hour away, and he's never met you. I don't.
With all he does have a bottle of Teeth Mountain Rye.
That's right, Steve.
I heard he hates you, Ryan. I heard he hates you.
Pet Crow.
Yeah.
I got to give the nod to Birthday Bourbon.
That means Birthday Bourbon is our winner. As much as we hate it, we just have to live with it.
Now, if you had said though, I think if you had said it with a chessman piece, one of the chess pieces, Crow, that might have changed the discussion. But
they could do that.
That wasn't at the beginning, so that's why Birthday takes it.
Sure. Well, it was going to be an old. The surprise is Freddie No talked to me, and he said if this thing wins in a legit opportunity, I will release that in like an Old Crow chess piece, and it'll be a one-time thing, and then we'll see where it goes from there. But I
just wanted to announce that 5280 will have the first.
And I'm going to remember that week, right?
Old Crow Chessman Single Barrel, and Becca, you're not invited.
That's
Trust
not
me,
nice.
Nate. This will be remembered.
Yeah.
See you soon.
Yeah. I think if they ever do an Old Crow, you better invite Miss Beka Sue, no matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you know us, you don't know us. You invite Miss Beka
I've
Sue.
introduced more people to Old Crow than Old Crow has
Yeah, exactly.
at this point.
Yeah.
Other than like people's grandfathers that had their other grandfathers like drink it,
Right.
there was an uptick.
This
Let's
is
just
true.
be fair.
What if Old Forester had a program where you got to pick an Old Forester birthday on your birthday? Like, the bottle room kind of thing?
well,
There you go.
that
That's
kinda
gold
happened.
right there.
Yeah.
That happened.
On your
All
birthday, you bottled a Old Forester birthday?
It's
Not a birthday bourbon, but yeah.
It's not birthday bourbon, but it was Heidi's BD bourbon.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Had my name on it.
It did have her name
Thank
on
you,
it.
Steve.
Pretty
Thank
good.
you.
That's good.
I was part of that pick. All right. Well, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Ryan, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
On the World Wide Web at 10thwhiskey.com, on across all socials at 10th10th MTN whiskey with an E. See you there.
All right. Nate, how about you?
You can find me at IShootOldCrows and .com, and then you can find me in the Mile High City and on Instagram at 5280 Whiskey.
All right. Next up is Heidi.
You can find me on Instagram as Heller_Barrel Babe, or you can find me on Facebook as Heidi Topol Eller, or dodging the bullets that are coming through the screen right now.
Yes. Miss Beka Sue.
You can find me taking actual shots at Nate Weenigar, I think his last name is. I'm not entirely sure of that.
Weenie, yeah.
From the balcony of our house. He's officially our target practice. But you can also find me on Twitter and Instagram at Miss Beka Sue, 1K, no C's.
All right. For me, I'm an easy guy to find at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. The important website, abvnetwork.com. If you want to see anything that we've done, we put it out there. It's abvnetwork.com. And of course, check out our new barrel shop, abvbarrelshop.com, where you can find out about the barrel picks that we're going to be releasing, all single barrels. That's all the store is going to be. How cool is that? Single barrels. It's home for them. Check us out, abvbarrelshop.com. Miss Beka Sue, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd just like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. If you like what we're doing, we ask you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
All right, great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Cheers.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Another friend of ours is the Goldstein family at Goldstone Mill. The Goldsteins offer a variety of heritage and heirloom grains to make the finest whiskeys in the world. Plus, they are more than just a grain company. They are truly consultants to make sure the grains they are providing to you or your business meet your highest expectations. Additionally, they work with mills around the country, ensuring shipping is as low as possible for their customers. If you're a distillery, brewery, or even doing this at home, Goldstone can assist you. Check them out at goldstonemill.com, call them at 217-254-6613, or check in via email at hello@goldstonemill.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the Hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary, or Neely Family Distillery's upcoming Papaw's birthday barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with a national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.